Okay, and he kind of stole my thunder because this is a coach who has so much heart in the business. My goodness, almost 14 years in the business. And you know what? Last week I was talking about the Success Club trip and what it means to be like commit to something a year from now, commit to Success Club trip a year from now. Committing means never giving up. And that is our next coach, you guys. Not only has she been coaching almost 14 years, she is part of a superstar diamond coach team. And how many months in Success Club? If you do the math, it's 144 months in Success Club. She has never run out of people to help. Month after month after month. Her consistency, her heart, her drive, she bleeds blue. We all know that. We all love her. She was also, I didn't want to forget this one because a few summits ago when we were live in person in Indiana, her formerly hometown, Indiana, she earned the Initiative Award. She was the initiative. She takes huge initiative. That's what the award was like. She's one of our most decorated coaches in the network. So ladies and gentlemen, Julie Voris.
Okay, why is Carl trying to make me cry? Why are you trying to make me cry before I've even started this call? Like, what is happening here? I'm just trying to talk about badges and people making me cry right out of the gate. So thank you so much for having me, Sandy. I mean, I was thinking this morning when I was walking that there are 52 weeks of the year. There are 52 National Wake Up Calls, and I get to be one of them this year. Like, I mean, my mind is blown.
Well,
it's
I
just
think
such a
you've been
huge
on the
honor.
wake up call a few times and you've spoken on a lot of stages. Maybe you need that green jacket. Like how many times have you been on the wake up call?
It just is
Okay.
such an honor, though. I mean, my gosh, the opportunity to speak and to share some knowledge and some experiences and to help coaches understand that, shoot, if I can do this, anyone can do this. It's always an honor. I never take
Well,
it lightly.
I cannot wait for you to talk because like you're closing, just about how willing you've been to do this business and how you've never given up on it. Like that hits right here. So why don't you take the stage here and talk about how, becoming a coach, your beginnings.
Yeah, so you mentioned that I've been doing this for 14 years, and that seems crazy, doesn't it? But in 2008, this opportunity presented itself to me, and I, like most people, came here on the recommendation and the invitation of someone that I knew. And in that season of my life, I had gotten out of high school English teaching classroom, and I had moved into a different classroom, the group fitness studio classroom. And I was teaching way too many classes a week. And I was also working for a company then owned by Chalene Johnson, Powder Blue Productions, that later became Beachbody Live. I was a master trainer. I knew I had found what my purpose was. I knew I had found my purpose in fitness, in movement, in mindset. I knew that. I felt that to my bone. I knew that a workout could translate to your life. I knew that if you could do one more squat, you could translate that belief to your life. I also knew that $11 an hour at the YMCA teaching classes was not going to send 3 daughters to college. So when this opportunity presented itself to me, I can remember to this day sitting in that ballroom and listening to it and leaning over to my dearest friend, Christy Andringa, and saying, I feel like this is what we're already doing, just on a bigger scale. And it was. And I said yes to this chance to dig more deeply into my purpose and to amplify my passion and to serve and help more people and to help people understand that health and fitness doesn't have to be hard and that a workout truly is what you do in your life, and it all translates and it all connects. And so I said yes. It was one of the most pivotal yeses of my life. And I need to be clear on this. I had no business experience, zero. I had a little bit of network marketing experience only in that my parents had been a part of Amway for a lot of years. And they would, in our terminology now, would be called preferred customers. They love the products. They love the vibe of the community. They just really enjoyed it. So they didn't build anything grandiose with it. They just really enjoyed it. And so I grew up with this sort of positive experience embedded in my psyche about network marketing, but I did not know the ins and outs of it. And I did not go to school and have a business degree. I did not go to school and have a Beachbody degree. I didn't know anything about any of this, but I also knew I was not the first coach in the network. So I figured if other people had figured it out, if other people had kind of showed the path, created the path, if I showed up and leaned in and learned, I could probably figure it out, because success leaves clues. So since I wasn't the first one, and since in 2022, even if you sign up today, you are not the first one, success leaves clues. There is a path here. And my passion, yes, it's habits, which we'll talk about. It's also shortening the learning curve. And it's really helping people understand their potential for greatness. And that if I can do this, anyone can do this. If I can do this, what more can I do? There's a path here. Lean in, learn, show up, do the work, and you truly 100% can create the life on purpose, with purpose that you want. I mean, I'm sitting here in a house in Florida and living proof of it. So that's a little bit about me, Sandy.
I'm coming. I just cannot believe that I did not introduce you as all the way from Windermere, Florida. We've been saying Indiana for 14 years, and you just fulfilled a lifelong dream and moved closer to the mouse. So thank you so much.
I can't even talk about it that much, because like I get so emotional about it. I can't, it's so surreal when I wake up here, but I did. And we can talk about it a little bit at the end, but yeah, here we are coming to you live from Florida.
I know, that is so great. And thank you for sharing your heart. I mean, you have one of the most watched videos on the Champions page that we've ever put up there. If you all have a chance to go find that, go dig for it. And maybe Keyshawn can pin it, because it is all about going through the hardships of the last couple of years, but pushing through it anyway. You and I talked about what topic you would talk about on this call. And you were super excited about badges because they are a driver. But we all know that badges are a tool for coaches to use to help with retention, encouragement, excitement, and commitment. You know, and you are someone who has just never given up on yourself and your team. And I just want to make sure that you know how honored I am that you're on the call. So it goes both ways. All right. Love Fest is over. Now, why don't you go ahead and talk about, you know, these digital badges and what they mean to you?
Well, you say badges, I hear habits. So that's what we're going to talk about, and how these badges are really a tool for habits. I'm going to start with a quote. Listen, I have notes here. You know why? Because if you give me some time, I could talk for 3 hours, because I freaking love what we get to do every single day. So I've got some notes here. If you see me referring to them, it's only so that I stay on track and that you don't have to like play music to music me off the stage. Like an award show. So let me read this quote to you. I stumbled upon it. I saved it. I think it's James Clear. If it's not, let me know. Awareness is often enough to motivate change. Simply tracking your food intake will motivate you to alter it. Merely writing down your problems may spark ideas for possible solutions. The process starts with seeing reality clearly. Let me say that last line again. The process starts with seeing reality clearly. Listen, I am ridiculously passionate about habits, and I believe that this business is at its core a personal development journey of habits wrapped up in an opportunity to create impact and income. And these habits are choices that create a business and create a life. Here's the deal though. Humans, especially if you identify as female, often attach emotion and, dare I say, drama to actions, events, relationships, situations. We attach these emotions and this drama to that and to the outcome. And if we could disassociate ourselves a little bit from that emotion and from that drama and focus on the habit, maybe we would start doing the thing and stop waiting for motivation, waiting to feel motivated, waiting to feel like doing the thing, waiting for the heavens to open up and rain down on us inspiration or whatever the heck we're waiting for. And maybe we would just start tapping into habits that would help us create our life on purpose with purpose, help us build a business, help us build a life. That's why I'm excited about badges, because when I was on the coach advisory board back in 2016, 2017, which feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it? Like time is so strange. Feels like a lifetime ago. We were talking about badges even then, and I was so excited about them then. Why? Because badges are signs of habits. And we have this cool new tool as coaches that just dropped on March 1st called badges. And that's what I want to talk about today. And before I go any further, listen, I want you to drop in the comments. If you are watching this live, I want you to write live. If you're watching it on the replay, I want you to type replay, because I want to go back and see who was on this. You know why? Because this is a habit. Whether you listen to it live or whether you listen to it via replay, and we're going to need a badge for this, for the National Wake Up Call, because this is a habit. It's a TNT habit, a habit that takes no talent. You showing up right now for you is a powerful statement to the universe, to your team, to your family, and to yourself that you want to build a business. You want to do something with this business. It's a habit. Okay, so how can we tap into this tool, badges, to help build habits? Well, number one, they're an incentive to build a habit in the first place. Badges become social proof. Our job is our journey. Our job is our journey. And we have to be on that journey to build a business around helping others get on their journey. Newsflash, the business works, but you have to be on a journey. And badges become this social proof. They become almost like a humble brag. Like, you don't have to say you're doing the thing. You get a badge that shows that you're doing the thing. Listen, I have been drinking Shakeology since it came out in March 2009. And if you've been around that long, you already know it tasted like dirt back then. Okay, it just did. I said what I said. Now it tastes amazing. And aren't we all lucky? Maybe we could even bring back pumpkin spice. I'm just saying. I've been drinking it for a very long time. On March 1st, badges debuted, which means we all started on an even playing field. So I start tracking my Shakeology. I get to March 25th. I did not know this was going to happen. And on March 25th, a badge popped up that said I had consumed 25. I had logged 25 Shakeologies. And I was like, yes, I have. Why, yes, I have. And I got this ping of pride, this like bolt of joy. I have consumed probably 25,000 Shakeologies, but on March 25th, when I got that badge that said I had logged 25 Shakeologies, I was like, yes, I have. And I was able to share that badge as social proof that I'm doing the thing. We cannot build a business on doing the thing unless we're doing the thing. That's our job, to do the thing and to help others connect with products and programs so they can do the thing. And the thing is live our healthiest, best life. But we have to be on the journey to do that. And when that badge popped up, I'm like, yes, I have. Yes, I have logged to 25 Shakeologies. And so it's incentive to continue to build that habit. It's a little bit of pride. It's a little bit of proof that you're keeping that promise to yourself. And it's social proof that you can share with others that you're doing the thing. And a sub note to that, they're also a lot of fun. Listen, the world can be dark. It can feel heavy. We've been through a hard 2 years. We will go through hard times again. I think we need more fun in our life. And if you were in Punta Cana last week, I want you to put Punta Cana in the comments. And if you will be on the Success Club trip in 2023, I want you to put next year in the comments. If you were in Punta Cana last week, I'm betting that was a whole heck of a lot of fun. And didn't you feel like you needed that? Like, can we just have more fun in our health and fitness journey? And when a badge pops up that recognizes you for building a habit, that's a heck of a lot of fun. Also, listen, humans will do a lot of stuff for something free. You and I both know it. If you've been on spring break, you know this to be true. You'll do stuff for a free t-shirt. You'll do stuff for a bobblehead. You'll do stuff for something free. We will do something for the free t-shirt that we won't do, like drink the shake, it'll change your life, or drink the shake and get it back. We'll do the thing to get the free thing. I don't care why we do it. I don't care how we encourage our customers and our coaches to build the habits, as long as we help them build the habits, as long as we help them do the thing that we said we were going to do, that they want to do, which is live a healthier life and keep it simple and keep it fun. So let's drop into that very human nature of doing the thing for the free thing, whatever it is, and use badges as a continued incentive to build that habit. Number two, badges build awareness. Badges build awareness. As I said, when that badge popped up, that I had logged 25 Shakeologies, I knew that I had consumed that many Shakeologies, but it was so cool to have that badge remind me that I was keeping the promise that I had made to myself, which was to stay on my journey. Now, imagine if you are a brand new coach and you are drinking this Shakeology for 5 days. And on day 5, when you log it, you get a badge that says you've logged 5 Shakeologies. Chances are that customer or that coach came to you in the first place because they knew they had gotten a little sideways on their health and fitness journey. They were aware they had gotten a little sideways on their health and fitness journey. They knew they weren't sleeping as well as they could, or they didn't have as much energy, they didn't feel as confident. They'd come to you because they'd gotten a little sideways. They're aware of that, but they weren't quite sure how to get back on track. And they come to you and you connect them with these incredible products and programs. And they log Shakeology number 5. And that badge pops up. They now have this moment. There's this moment, this ping of pride, this little bit of joy, and this opportunity for the dots to connect. Wait a minute. I've logged 5 Shakeologies and I feel a little better. I wonder if there's a connection. Because here's the thing. Those people that are coming to us, those people, those 7 billion people out there in the world who know they're a little bit sideways, but they don't know how to get back on track, they've got inconsistency dialed in. They've figured out how to not have great habits. They have all that figured out. What they haven't figured out is how to get back on track. That's why they've come to you, so that you can connect, because somehow on social media, through sharing badges and other posts, you have showed them, they have seen, well, she, he, they seem to kind of have it figured out a little bit. They're not saying, oh, he, she, they seem like they're perfect. They're saying, you have it figured out a little bit. Maybe they're just a little further down that path than I am. So they're coming to you for these products and programs. You're connecting them with these products and programs. You're getting them, you're coaching them, you're mentoring them to log this, and then they do. And that little badge shows up. And all of a sudden there's this opportunity to help them connect the dots between what they're doing and how they're feeling, which is what they wanted. That's why they came to you, so they can feel better. Now, this also means you got to be on your journey too. You got to be on your journey as well. You've got to be consistent with that as well. But that's why they came to you. Now you get to have that conversation with them about how awesome it is that they're starting to build these habits and how much fun it is and how accessible health and fitness can be. And on the flip side of that, if you see that they aren't tracking and they're not talking about their badges, you have an opportunity to talk to them about how can we tweak some of those habits to make this feel more doable for you. So you've got this beautiful opportunity to talk with them both ways, to celebrate them and to mentor them a little bit. After all, that's our job, right? To help them live their healthiest life. So badges create awareness. Number 3, badges create consistency. Listen, we are a network of people who like a streak. We like a big wall calendar with days we can mark off and make an Instagram post about it at the end. We like consecutive months of Success Club. We like a streak. Why? Because a streak means consistency. And consistency means results, period. We're not going to get results in our health and fitness journey. And remember, our health and fitness journey in our business and our life, it's all intertwined, because what we do in our workouts is what we do in our life. Everything translates, everything transmits, everything transfers. we're not going to get results in our health and fitness journey if we're just drinking a shake when we sort of feel like it. We're not going to get consistency. We're not going to get results in our journey if we're just picking up a heavier weight when we feel like it, if we're just pressing play when we feel like it. We're going to get results when we are consistent, period. End of discussion. Well, a badge starts to equal a streak, and a streak means consistency. And very often, we will do a lot to not break that streak, but that's what a badge can do for us. Because when I saw the badge for 25 Shakeologies, I thought, wonder when the next one's going to come up, because I didn't know I was getting one for 25. But you better believe I'm gonna stay in the game to find out when that next one comes up. So we've got these incredible tools that, as Carl mentioned, now with 4 Week Gut Protocol, we got, and 4 weeks for everybody, we've got tools that show they're showing up and doing the thing. They're consistent. Remember, they already have inconsistency dialed in. That's why they came to you. They're aware, but they don't know how to fix it. We get them into these products and programs. We get them into a bod group. We get them into a community that changes everything. And they start to log and they start to see, well, holy cow, if I show up and do the thing and I do it every day, these simple TNT habits. Because listen to me. We are getting up every day. We're drinking some Energize, which, by the way, strawberry lemon, get that to my house right now. My address has changed. I'm in Florida. Strawberry lemon, bring it to me right now. We're going to drink some Energize. We're going to move our body with intention. We're going to drink some superfoods. We're going to have personal development fill our heads. And we're going to connect with an incredible community. Those are TNT habits. Just like you showing up on this National Wake Up Call, that's a TNT habit. That means it takes no talent. It takes no talent. Consistency takes no talent. A badge becomes a streak, which becomes a representation of consistency, which shows it takes no talent to build this business or to build your life. You have to tap into the habits that take no talent. I'm gonna drink some Energize. I'm gonna move my body. I'm gonna log my superfoods. I'm gonna read a good book. I'm gonna tap into my community. None of that takes talent. It just takes a willingness to show up and to be consistent. And if you've got a badge that you can then show off on social media that is fun and joyful and continues to incentivize that habit and continues to promote awareness around what you need to do to live your healthiest life, then I am all for that. I am all for every single tool that helps us help our coaches and help our customers live their best, healthiest life. That's why they came to us. That's our job. So badges help build a habit. They're fun. They promote awareness. And let's make no mistake, when we're talking about awareness, that little light bulb moment, when they connect the dot that, okay, I'm drinking my Shakeology and I'm feeling better, we hope that that helps lead them to more action. Now, we're human beings and we like to make everything harder than it has to be. So sometimes we fight that action that we know we need to take, but that's where we come in as coaches, because as we see them getting those badges and as we see them tracking, that's where that conversation comes in to help them stay tuned in to that action, to help them stay aligned to their goals. So we've got to have the awareness to create the action, and the action creates the consistency. So it all sort of falls in line because the consistency is what creates the results. And if we can help our coaches and our customers get results, they're staying in our ecosystem. And if they're staying in our ecosystem, we get to help them make bigger life change. Maybe they'll even start to build a business that revolves around their journey and helping others on their journey and helping others on their journey too. But we've got to keep them in the ecosystem as long as possible so that they will stay and get those generational ripples of results that we know we can help them get. And I say, if badges help us do that, we need to go all in on them. Sandy?
I can't help but think about retention, because that is the job of a coach. I mean, we are so good at getting people in, and we struggle with keeping people in. And every person struggles with the consistency of that commitment, you know? So really, really great. When you're off of this call, you'll definitely go over to that Coach 411 page. Lots of people are complimenting you, feeling good about this call, and also have questions for you.
Oh, I love questions.
Yes, I know you love Q&A. So here's the last Q&A we can do for the call, and that's
Okay.
about superpowers. It's
Okay.
my final question of
Okay.
National Wake Up Call, and that is, a 14-year span of coaching. You have weathered so many storms, right? At being a business owner, and just life storms, but you have always come back and you have always flexed your muscles in more ways than one, right? As group fitness. But what would you say in just the last year has been a superpower for you? Where have you really put most of your energy?
I'm going to give you a two-part answer here, if that's okay. I kind of got this question. I had the honor of speaking on Jamie and Kim Fitzpatrick's call, the very first call in January. And Jamie asked me this question. He said, what do you think is the differentiator between people who create success and people who don't? Not people who are successful. Anyone can, not everyone does. So between the people who create success and people who don't. And I thought about it for a minute and I said this, I think people who create success across the board in their life, to their definition, whatever that is, have a spark or a seed inside them. That there is a belief that there is something more, both in them and for them. And I don't mean they have enormous self-belief. I mean they have a belief that there is something more for them in life. And if they deliberately and intentionally fan that spark, fan that flame, it will grow. And then you'll tap into some of the DNA that is in you. I deeply believe that every single coach in this network has incredible greatness within. We just have to get out of our own way to tap into it. Listen, 14 years is a long time. And I freaking love what we get to do even more now because I've seen what we get to do. I love it even more now than I did when I started because I've seen the success stories. And if you feel like you're in your own way, you are a grown up with this massive life change opportunity sitting in your hands. The fitness, the nutrition, the community, the income, the impact, the personal growth sitting right here in your hands. And if you aren't stepping into that, there is work that has to be done. This is a personal growth business wrapped up in an opportunity to make an impact and make an income. I am not very smart. I am not very creative. I am not very technologically savvy. And I can tell you this, I am not lucky. What I am is willing. I am willing to show up. I have gotten more willing to do the hard mindset work that changes everything. When people say to me, well, how's this business changed your life? It would be an easy out to say, well, I could make some income. That's not how it's changed my life. It's changed my life because I had to change me if I wanted to grow a business. I had to change me. It feels like it's been 14 years of shedding and refining and learning and growing and failing and celebrating and figuring it out and just staying the course. I don't ever leave the game. I'm not lucky. I'm just willing. And some seasons will be fire and some seasons will be a lot of figuring it out. And I stick around for it all because I'm willing to continue to show up. That is the magic secret. I am not motivated. I have habits. I don't rely on motivation. I have habits. I am not special. I'm just consistent. And if you will show up and be consistent in the stuff that's TNT, it takes no talent to drink Energize, move your body, drink your superfoods, read a book, invite people to join you and connect with the community. It takes zero talent. And thank God it takes zero talent because I can still be here 14 years later. It takes no talent to do those things. It takes a willingness to show up. And every single one of us has this incredible, massive opportunity to change our lives right here. You thought you were in the health and fitness business. I know I did when I joined in 2008. You thought you were in the health and fitness business. No, my friends, you are in the life transformation business. Most of all, your own. And every single day, the fact that I get to wake up I can't even talk about it. In this house, this dream that I've had since high school, because I've had to become the kind of person who believed I could do it. And it happened because of this business, because of everything this business has created and developed and forced out of me. If you lean in and you're willing to show up, whatever dream you wrote down that you want to achieve with this business, cross it off and double it, because you haven't even tapped into the potential that is not just in this business, but is that in you. You haven't even tapped into the potential that is in you. It is all about habits and choices. And what you're not changing, you're choosing. You don't need motivation. You don't need inspiration. You don't need a different system. You just need better habits and a little bit of a spark that believes that you can do something more. I know you can. And there are 20 years of coach success stories that can show you that you can too. All you have to do is believe just a little bit, and the habits will carry you the rest of the way.
You know, I got to put that up, right?
I'm okay.
You didn't make any claims except just talking about the willingness to be better for yourself. I mean, it's the truth. And you know what? People come to the wake-up call for all different reasons, either to confirm that they're doing things right or to figure out what they're doing wrong. And you have shown all your years, everything's figure outable. And you just have a willingness. You just need a willingness to want to do this and a consistency with habits. You nailed it, Julie. You nailed it. It's such a.
I hope it was valuable. I really do. I hope it was valuable. I'm always so like, I feel such a responsibility. People have changed my life with these calls, and I just, if I can serve in some way, that I'm happy.
It's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to take you out of the stream, and we'll talk a little later. So. You got it this morning. If you did not watch the whole call, it's going to play back in just a bit, or the podcast. You know what? In Punta Cana, I can't tell you how many people came up to me and said, I hear you on the wake-up call. So that means many of you are going to the podcast, which, thank you. But we also have the live today on Facebook where you can watch. I just want to say one last time the importance of getting to an event. We can read everything we can. We can watch the wake-up call. We can read personal development books. But that human connection, that interaction, those hugs, those conversations are a major driver. And people are coming together more than ever right now and sharing what they've been struggling with and trying to get back that excitement and joy in this business. And it is there. It is absolutely there. You just need a little push. And hopefully this morning was the push you needed. I'm done with the call for the week. We will see you here next week, everybody. Bye-bye.